Hi people, this is Gio of a Roundtable, and today we're going to be talking about Kang and with Timeless also, because it's different books and everything. See, as you see over here, this Kang over here. From 1 to 5, this is Timeless, which comes after. And see now, I'll show you this title because then it shows you all the different Kangs there. And the writer, there's two writers right now, okay? You know why, right? Because one is Jackson Langsing and Colin Kelly, and then the artist is Carlos Mango. He's good. He's great. Look, this guy's a good artist. I think I don't know who I'm starting to realize who he is because I love his art. Then the Timeless is the artist is Jed McKay, and then there's a lot of artists in Timeless. Okay, and this when I tell you people goes when you see the difference, a different quality of artists from one next to another. When you have like this is like look, there's Walker, Greg Land, then there's Leigh Lynchton, then there's Mark Bagley, which to me is a very good artist too, and Andrew, okay, wait, Hensley, if I remember pronounce it right, okay, and Greg Land is the best. And this is the part, okay, the mini series after Timeless. Okay, the mini series is basically about they're trying to explain that these three other people are Kang, and how they became Kang without Kang knowing what it is, this and that. And then Timeless is that, which I find it stupid, that he goes into our present time and he gets this writer to write a storyline about himself, what he did and everything. Now, the miniseries, very good. Because in a sense, it made sense of all the mistakes that Marvel did with Kang, that he's a pharaoh, when he was other people, the immortal, and this and that. And they fixed it up. That's why there's two writers in there, and they made it perfectly well done. But here's what, to me, is this. It was well done, mind you. My way is my direction, what I would have done. Yes, I'm full of myself, big time, man. That's why I probably have to go to Washington because I'm full of myself, okay? Is this. You have a chance to change Kang completely, make it more modern, because I don't know about you, but people now, especially kids, when I was their age, I was not as smart as them because with the internet and everything, they get all the information they want. There's so much documentaries right now. They're not stupid no more, kids. For me, look, think of this way, okay? Kang is from the 31st century. We're from the 21st century, okay? That's 1,000 years difference. It's like let's example, the biggest prodigy we ever know is Leonardo da Vinci, okay? You give him the most money of those days. They could create the strongest and biggest army, okay? And we're not even 1,000 years in the future, give or take, okay? It's less than 1,000 if I remember right. And he makes a fleet of ships of the state-of-the-art technology of those days. You just take one of the best ships there is now. One ship only. Don't even take a fleet. You go in that time, you'll demolish everybody within a couple of seconds. Because when they fire all those metal balls will bounce off the ship, or the little dents on the shield and on the ship's hull and all this kind of thing. And then if they're that close, because really you keep a distance. You throw out machine guns. You don't have to put bombs in them. You throw out humongous machine guns that are made for plane, and you just bomb them. You just shoot them down from the water down. Why then? What kind of airship can you don't need airplanes because you have what guys coming with kites or something, and that's what. So this Kang of 1,000 years in the future, and he's that lame. That's what. Yeah, he's lame because how can Doctor Strange and all these Marvel people actually beat him? He's 1,000 years in the future, and Iron Man's armor is able to go like almost neck to neck, almost close to it. His armor is supposed to be just his right arm. Not even, okay? It's supposed to be more powerful than Iron Man and Doctor Doom put together. If he's from 1,000 years in the future, yeah, but the time could be this from this time. They went to a dip in technology, they went up. He's time traveling, okay? Which means automatically, here's what I would have done, okay? This is my storyline, okay? The 1,000 year future is the prodigy kid of that time, okay? and everybody's getting knows, okay, because he's too smart and everything, and probably all the biggest teachers and all that, and they're talking to his parents and saying, "Look, your son is a bit too smart, and he's doing too much research for the past and everything, which we don't like, and we want him to go more into technology of the future to make our planet more safe, more stronger from alien races, you could say, whatever, right?" And then he hears that. He goes, "No, I want to do whatever I want to do." He says in his head. So he does what is this? He goes in back in this. He goes all these research, illegal research, and he finds cloning. He clones himself, and that clone takes his place. Then he clones out of himself, and he makes them, and he puts all implants in them, like organic technology in their brains, that whatever their experience, whatever they see, he gets all their information from all of them. But they don't know. They think all these clones think they're their original Kangs, but he's the ultimate Kang. Okay, so he goes sits on his room, his throne, and everything, and and of course, and he sends them all into the different timelines to take all the technology, to learn as much who becomes the pharaoh, who becomes the immortal. Immortal is the first clone that takes his place on that 31st century. So he becomes immortal, or the Kang, or regular Kang, whatever. Okay, but they're not the original Kang, because he's taking all this information, and so they go all the time and everything. And when he finds out when Iron Man created his big, strongest armor suit, or Doctor Doom, or certain things in the past that he wants to learn how they got their secret weapons, whatever, that he could perfect it, he sends little nanobots that nobody can see. So he knows time. That go in there and steal the information. Like Captain America, when they created the super serum. Nanobots, they see all the scientists, see all the formulas, this and this. Then there was a lot of, from all the 80s, 90s, and the 2000s, there was a lot of people that have the super serum, they're getting more powerful, and this and this. There was that wrestling match, all these people were all powerful and everything. And it was lame stores with the thing and everything. He sends nanobots, and then he brings it back. He makes his body the most perfect that he can make without cloning himself, because he wants to keep his original body. So he comes the ultimate powerhouse, physically, speed, intelligence, and everything. So he becomes the ultimate Kang. Then as soon as he knows he's at his elite form, it's hunting time. Getting rid of all the other Kangs. Yeah, it's like a lion going back. It's like a lion, a male lion that kills the male dominant of a pride. And now he's the ultimate lion of the pride. So he kills off all the little baby lions. Yeah, that's nature. He kills off so the females get horny, heated again, and and the next generation of lions brings his gene because he's the most powerful, right? So all these other Kangs next to this ultimate Kang are nothing, because this guy has all their memories, all their intelligence, and surplus more. An immortal guy, which was the Kang. First Kang, which I would have done, he's nothing compared to this Kang, because he's gonna be the ultimate Kang. Okay? Now people say, "Oh my God, so what is this guy? He is almost like a god now, because he's immortal. He found a way to get himself immortal. He's able to do his body's is the peak of all peak. He's probably just as powerful as the Hulk. Not the Hulk when he loses his rage, but surpasses the Hulk at regular strength. So he fights with the Hulk's regular strength, like Hulk being relaxed and everything. He could destroy him completely. When Hulk gets mad, he has another couple more minutes before Hulk surpasses him, kind of sense. But then again, he has has big, humongous Israel of weapons that surpass Doctor Doom's and Reed Richards and what's it called Iron Man's Tony Stark. Because only his fingers probably as powerful those three put together. That's a guy of 1,000 years in the future. Because think of it. Like now, the best jet plane right now, okay? I think it goes probably on that they're telling us. It goes from 3 to 5 faster than the speed of sound, okay? You're talking about not even 100 years ago, planes were starting to fly at 50 miles per hour, whatever. Now you think about 1,000, okay? So they could have done that easily. They could have made this Kang the Conqueror to the next level. Like the ultimate Kang, he never did all these what Kang did. That was his clones, his lower half of himself. Okay, which he could have done, but he didn't. Because to me, it's obsolete. It's for me, it's beneath me. So all these clones of mine, they're gonna do the dirty work for me because they're beneath me and there's that. Then once they do everything what they're supposed to do, I eliminate them completely. Because what happened, the little organic chips in there would explode or send like a cancerous thing that they die. But something found out and they gang together to get rid of it. So now you can have a mini series that all these Kangs who are in a unit, they don't want to die and they're finding out, but they don't know who's killing them off. Who thinks is immortal? Who thinks is the Pharaoh or whatever, or the other guy? And they're starting to know that no, these guys are dying out after a certain period. That's how come they disappeared, this and this. And so now you have the Marvel universe getting involved and everything. And then all of a sudden, out of this chamber comes up the ultimate Kang. That would have made me drool like crazy. But this one here, look, it's a great comic book read. Okay? Great. Good. My storyline would have been amazing. It would have brought to the next level that this guy would be something to fear of, and that you could actually see other gods go, okay, whoa. Space gods we're talking about, okay? Who's this guy, and we have to get noticed. How was he able to do all this under the radar without us noticing what he's doing? And that's it. That's my opinion. It's a very good read. But man, come on. But I like your opinion. You think of it this way. It's like Americans Got Talent. I think I bring out a good story, and you guys can say, nah, or yes. And that's it. Look, everybody's opinion is right and wrong. I want to hear what you guys' opinion. So this is Gio out. Thank you for listening to me. 12 minutes. Sorry, I'll let it go. Okay? Ciao, guys. Until next time. Bye-bye.